One of the most highly anticipated movies of the summer is now in theaters. The Odyssey is a retelling of Homer's epic poem about an ancient Greek hero who makes a long journey home following the Trojan War. The film is directed by Oscar winner Christopher Nolan and is the first feature ever shot entirely in IMAX. It has an all-star cast led by Matt Damon and Anne Hathaway, and we got a chance to sit down with them ahead of the Odyssey's premiere. Even before our interview began, and I asked the crew, "We all happy?" These stars were aligned.
Is that an existential question?
Help me go home.
In the Odyssey, Matt Damon stars as Odysseus, the Greek hero who spends 20 years trying to get back to his loyal wife, Penelope, played by Anne Hathaway.
Ithaca's king is coming back.
No, he's not.
The original poem by Homer is nearly 3,000 years old, but the story continues to teach us. If we bring this back to 2026 for a moment, and if you had a friend who was waiting 20 years for her man to come back, what would you tell her?
In the modern age?
Gosh.
That's like 2 weeks.
I mean, okay, there's a lot of translating we have to do. Because I'd be like, because Odysseus can't text.
Right, I was gonna say.
If you don't
and he hasn't texted.
I'm just gonna say, if you don't get a text in 20 years, he's maybe not that into you.
Director Christopher Nolan's take on the Odyssey is so large-scale that the epic visuals match the epic story. Battles against monsters, man, the gods, and of course, Homer's Trojan horse that you may remember from school. I read the Odyssey in high school. Did you guys also?
Yeah, everybody.
I actually didn't read it in high school. I read it right after because my dad just decided one summer that I'm going to read it. And I'm like, that seems like a good thing to do with your summer. I'm a nerd.
How did you get to your interpretation of Penelope? Because she's not passively waiting.
Honestly, all credit to Chris. It was there in the writing. Penelope is a highborn girl. She's not struggled in her life the way a lot of people struggle. I look at it in terms of how it relates to me in the modern world, and I have privileges that I was born with. And yet, I know that in order for me to get where I want to go, there has to be a fight there. There has to be an edge. I may have to use my elbows and my teeth.
Penelope cleverly defends her palace from angry suitors trying to take Odysseus' place.
Bringing it all.
Before Odysseus goes away, there's a scene where you guys are together and you are so connected, you're so bonded, it's palpable. And I know it's acting, but how did you guys get there?
Well, great script, great director, great scene, and I think relatable for both of us because we're kind of both in that marriage independent of one another. And so
in that true love marriage?
Yeah, well, I don't want to be.
Mine,
I don't want to be.
Action! This is the third time the actors have worked with Oscar-winning director Christopher Nolan. They were both in Interstellar. Damon was also in Oppenheimer, and Hathaway in The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh my gosh, during Dark Knight Rises, the greatest fear I had was making a mistake in front of Chris. Getting a line wrong or just, dropping a take. And this time, I didn't have that pressure. I knew that what we were doing was we were telling a story about human beings, and the best thing I could do was just trust him and be a human being, and sometimes not falling apart because it wasn't perfect, but actually trusting that it was falling apart for a reason.
Bringing this story to life was an odyssey of its own, with thousands of extras across 6 different countries, from Italy to Iceland, and some locations inaccessible by road. How intense did it get?
Well, it was the hardest movie, definitely, that I've ever done. It felt, in a lot of ways, more like an expedition than a movie because of the locations we were at. We'd be shooting on top of a mountain. We'd have to hike up the mountain to shoot. And that part of it ended up being really fun because it was challenging for everybody there.
Another challenge, this is the first feature film ever shot entirely with IMAX cameras, which are so big that mirrors had to be used so actors could see each other around the bulky equipment. This is literally an ancient story. Why does it still need to be told today?
Well, I'm not sure we've learned Zeus's law yet. Treat others as you would be treated. It's a very simple concept, but I think what the original story explores and what the film explores is what happens when when we don't live by that code.
Every subsequent generation that's encountered the story has found it to be relevant. And depending on where you are in your own life, I think you get different things out of it.
And before we wrapped, we asked Damon about his own acting journey and a legend he encountered along the way.
We interviewed someone you went to college with,
Uh-oh.
a prominent person,
Okay.
and an acting class you took together came up in our conversation.
Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson.
Matt Damon and I were in a drama class together, and we were paired for a scene, but at that time he was already well known. People were thinking, you know, he might be a big actor, so it was a
Even
big
in college?
In college,
And
yes.
now you see him on the screen and you're like,
I'm like, I know that guy.
well, he probably says the same thing when he sees you on TV.
I can't believe she would say, I know that guy. We're just like, she's the Supreme Court Justice.
Isn't that amazing?
It's amazing.
Do you remember Ketanji Brown Jackson from college?
I remember the class. I didn't put it together until I heard that I was like, oh my God. Like, and then I ran around and I'm telling my kids, I'm like, you know who I didn't see.
Don't you love that?
Surprise, yeah.
It was so great when we actually interviewed Ketanji Brown Jackson for CBS Saturday Morning, as you remember. And I never imagined that I could then ask him about that moment and the fact that they were in this class together. But they were both just so humble, so lovely. And, you know, just to reiterate how hard that shoot was for that movie.
Yeah.
They wrapped last August, and Matt Damon said he's just now recovering from it.
Oh my God. Well, I'm seeing it tonight. I can't wait.